Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now we're not going to a carved penguin. There it is.
Oh, no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I was so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh, my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going on? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Tony Romo here because I don't know about that, Jim. I don't know about that one, Jim. Shane Baz coming to Baltimore. Love it. I love it. Shane Baz has been one of the guys that really, since he debuted with Tampa, I was like, man, this guy has it. He's had a few bad years, but I think he's set for a big bounce back year, similar to Trevor Rogers. I think the stuff is there. He's got 4 more years of control. I love it. Then you see who they gave up and the trade news as we see. The Baltimore Orioles are acquiring right-hander Shane Baz from the Tampa Bay Rays for, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, outfielder Slater Lebrun, catcher Caden Bodine, right-hander Michael Ferret, outfielder Austin O'Verne, as well as a competitive balance round A pick. That is a first-round pick. Oh, I don't know about this one, Jim. This is, if you go off of MLB Pipeline rankings, the Orioles gave up their 6th ranked prospect in Slater DeBrun. They gave up their 10th best prospect in Caden Bodine. Both Bodine and DeBrun were taken in the first round, Bodine being a first-round pick, DeBrun being a competitive balance pick. Funny enough, that they got from the Rays, that 1-for-1. So if you want to consider this DeBrun being, they just sent them Brian Baker, I guess you could include that. They then included Michael Ferret, who is the number 11th prospect, the 21-year-old right-handed pitcher for the Orioles, is their 11th best prospect, according to MLB Pipeline. I'm not going to lie, this one's hurts as well because I actually called 2 of Michael Ferret's games, or at one of them in Aberdeen this year, and this guy had the it stuff. I really was impressed with him. I was hoping to see him kind of take that next step this year. And then where's O'Verne? Austin O'Verne is the 30th prospect for the Orioles. So 4 top 30 prospects, 3 top 11 prospects, and a first-round pick. I mean, O'Verne's got such great speed. He's literally got 75 runs, 70 field, hit, power, arm overall wasn't great, but he was just a freak athlete. Man. And, this is we're winning. We're winning games now. This is hey, we are trying to improve the 2026 staff. And Shane Baz, I'll bring it up real fast. One of the big reasons I think the Orioles were okay with giving up this much is because when you look at what Shane Baz has left, here's the contract situation. Yeah, that's 4 years. 4 years that the Orioles now have Shane Baz for he's going to turn 27 by the time this season starts, I believe. When is his birthday? So he'll be 26 to start the year. He'll turn 27 midway through the season. So young guy, they are relying on upside. They are definitely relying on his upside and on a bounce back. I usually don't. I wouldn't ask Ryan. He's on his honeymoon. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. But he did text me a little bit about Shane Baz. He said he likes Baz's upside a lot. He was nasty when he saw him in 2021. He thinks it's like Rodgers where he needs to refine himself again. But he also said that, hey, the Rays make these trades better than anyone. And I agree. The Rays are really good at these trades and getting value. So you're looking for a bounce back year from Shane Baz, who last year in 31 total starts, 166 innings, had a 4.87 ERA. Now, his expected ERA was at a 3.85. His expected batting average was at a 2.32. So the underlying metrics maybe give him a little bit more grace, but he's a guy who hits 97 with his fastball. He's got good stuff there, especially for a starting pitcher, if he can reach that 97, 98, that you love to see that. But you are hoping for, obviously, in only 14 games started. In 2024, he had a 3.06 ERA. Maybe you're hoping for something more like that. He had a 1.06 whip in 2024. This is a guy that they're looking to be a bounce back candidate. And I'll switch and put this back up so people as they join can see. This is a guy that is 1,000%. The Orioles are going off potential, and I'm going to be very frank with all of you. This can't be the starting pitching move. This can't. This simply cannot. If this is the guy that you are sitting there at your number 4, if you go out, you still get a Valdez, you still get a Freddie Peralta, you still get a Ranger Suarez. You get one of those guys, and then your 1 through 3 is insert one of those 3. Then you take, obviously Kyle Bradish, you go Trevor Rogers. Then I think if Shane Baz is your 4, Dean Kramer's your 5, now we're rounding into something. But this can't be the big move, This can't be the guy that you're hoping takes that step. I think he has potential to take the step to be a high-end 3, be a low-end 2 guy. Yeah. And Raymond, I agree. If Baz is the second best pitcher they get this offseason, I'm good with it. Now, I still think they gave up a lot of talent, but as we've said before, you have to give up talent to get talent. I think this is a move that helps now. I think it helps in the future, but it is definitely a move where they are looking to bounce back. And yeah, if you end up with Valdez, Rogers, Bradish, Baz, Kramer, that's a great starting rotation. I just hope that this isn't the move to put Baz in at that 3 spot, hoping he's in the 2 spot. Obviously Trevor Rogers isn't supposed to, isn't expected. I think he's going to be good next year, but it would be kind of dumb to expect him to have a 1.8 ERA again. That was ridiculous. So I think that when it's all said and done, we'll see some more things come out about this. I think the Astros were potentially also in on Baz. It'll be intriguing to see what happens. Povich, bullpen guy now. Steve, appreciate you for tuning in. I think Povich is going to be in that maybe that long relief role, but I think you also have guys like Povich. I've talked about this before recently. The Dodgers, who won the World Series, had 17 players start for them last year as a starting pitcher. So you're going to have guys, it's all hands on deck. So I think Povich is still a guy that you're probably going to see with injuries, with guys just having to miss time. You're probably going to see Povich pitching, 5 times, probably, 5 to 10 times potentially starting. But you hope that everyone's healthy. You hope you don't have to go to that. Could Povich also be a part of a trade? 1,000%. I think he could. 1,000%. I think he is a guy that could definitely be a throw-in. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track as well make sure if any more news comes in as we talk. But yeah, I think Povich could definitely be sitting there as a guy that gets traded in a package, but I also think he could be that, fringe guy of when they need a spot start, they need someone to come up and start for a game or two. I think he's in that role. I think he fits that role. They just re-signed Albert Suarez. We'll see what happens there. Is he coming back? Obviously, it's a minor league deal. Does he come back in a bullpen role? Does he come back in Albert Suarez is your emergency guy. If you need someone to go out there and get a spot start, he can do that. We'll see what happens, but I'll be honest, my initial thoughts, let's go just initially, knee-jerk reaction, really like Shane Baz. I think he's got talent. I think he has upside. But this is giving up a lot for him. Now, I saw someone say the in-division tax. Yeah, you got to give up. Maybe that's why the competitive balance A pick was given in. And let's be honest, I can look at MLB Pipeline all I want. You can look at Baseball America all you want and go, okay, this was the 6th, 10th, 11th, and 30th best prospects from the Orioles. That's a lot to give up for someone. I get that. Maybe the Orioles weren't as high on some of these guys as others were. And, it is funny. We sit there and we give Mike Elias so much crap for hanging on to these prospects. I see him getting called a prospect hugger, all of that. I've been begging for them to let this front office work for them, or front office, this farm system work for them. If you have this much talent, they got so many guys. I keep talking about it. They got 39 prospects between the deadline and the draft last year. Not all of them are going to make it to the pros. Not all of them are going to turn out or even be good minor leaguers. So trade guys while you can, get proven commodities. But I will say, if you would have told me, okay, the Orioles are trading DeBrun, Bodine, Ferret, Auvergne, and a competitive balance A pick, I don't know if I would have landed on Shane Baz. I probably would have been like, okay, that's for Mackenzie Gore. That's for maybe a Freddie Peralta. And yeah, they have the 7th round pick. Or 7th overall pick. They will be able to restock the farm system. I'm not worried about that. Oh, geez.
Couldn't wait 2 more days.
Okay. I have a word from Ryan Ripken. Of course he does. Of course he does. I'm only going to play this because he already recorded it. I did not approve of him spending time from his honeymoon to do this. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. This is the Ryan Ripken Show channel, along with Kevin and Zach React. Obviously, middle of the day, kind of chaos. So I decided to hop on here just to talk about this. But Ryan Ripken, he's away at the moment, but he did just send me a video with his quick reaction. So let's Let's both listen to this. Let's all listen to this together.
2 more days, baseball doesn't sleep. Shane Baz traded from the Rays to the Orioles, and the Orioles gave up a haul of prospects. A lot of the guys just drafted in the last year. First off, I'll talk about Shane Baz here for a second because people want to know more about him. Shane Baz in 2021, I faced him in AAA. He was on the Durham Bulls. I was on the Norfolk Tides. And I remember watching this guy and going like, damn, this guy has it. He is talented. The upside was undeniable. Now, he's dealt with a lot of injuries. The numbers don't look as great coming back from TJ. But he's a guy with upside and control. And if he can get back to that form, Baltimore is going to get a stud. Now, that's a lot of ifs, but that's the upside of Shane Baz. Like, the dude has it. Now, on the other side, the Rays are so damn good at identifying talent, and no doubt they identified some great talent, get these prospects. And seeing Slater on that list, like, they loved him coming out of the draft, and the Orioles obviously take him. The Rays do this better than anybody. And I'm not going to be surprised if 2 or 3 of those guys turn out to be studs for the Rays moving forward. Helps the Orioles. And are the Orioles done making moves? Nah, I don't think so. I still think they're going to sign one more guy. And that's all I got. I'll talk about it more later. But can we just wait until like Monday to talk about this? That'd be great.
Yeah. So Ryan, appreciate you giving us a minute and a half of your time while you're still traveling around, enjoying yourself. So shout out to Ryan Ripken for still finding a way. He can't go that long without talking ball. But yeah, like he said, this is a trade where the Orioles are hoping that Shane Baz hits his stride. He refines himself. When you look at his pitching over the past few years, I mean, in 21, he was disgusting. That was the big year. It's funny because Baz and Trevor Rogers were both kind of dominating at the same time in 2021. But things have not been great since then. I mean, you look at his ERA. He had a 5 ERA across 6 starts in 22. He did not play in 23 due to injury. Came back with a 3.06 ERA in 14 games in 2024. If the Orioles get that Shane Baz, if you get 2024, you want more than 79 innings, obviously. But if you get him to have a 3.6 ERA, 3.06 ERA, if you get a 3.06 ERA with a 1.06 whip from him, if you get that Shane Baz, this trade is worth it, especially as a guy that, like I said, is hopefully your number 4. If he is the guy, and yes, he pitched 31 games last year, but I was trying to use his 2024 numbers. Obviously, he showed that he can have a healthy season. Just would like to see the numbers improve. But I think this is the key. If he is your number 4, I think this is a good move. I think he has that upside of being a guy that can win you ball games. But it's going to be extremely, I want to put this up just so that people can see as people come in, you can see the trade. I think this is a guy they're hoping that over the next 4 years of control that they have for him, from age 26 through 30, that they can get a solid 3.4, 3.5 ERA pitcher out of him. But once again, I will preface this. It's kind of what I said with Charlie Morton last year. And now I'm not saying he's going to be Charlie Morton. But I like the Charlie Morton signing in a vacuum. And I kept saying, this is a good signing if he's the 4. This is a good signing if he's the 4. But in a vacuum, it's good, but he can't be the only move. The issue was that became the only move. Besides, obviously, they brought back Gibby to start the season. That went even worse. If they can still go get a top guy, you still go get a Ranger Suarez. Still go get a Zach Gallen, Framber Valdez. trade for a Freddie Peralta. You still go get one of those guys. I like where this rotation is. In fact, I'll say I love where this rotation is if they get that frontline guy. I think this helps round out a very good rotation. A solid, you have your top end guys, and then 4 and 5, you have, I think Shane Baz can get the job done, high upside guy. And I know a lot of people aren't as high on Dean Kramer. I think Dean Kramer is just a solid guy. If he's your number 5, that's a great thing. But they got to go get that top guy now. They have to go get that top guy. Because you can't go out there and the only addition you had to your starting rotation be, okay, we're hoping Shane Baz puts it together again. That's not where I think they're going to find their success in 2026. Now, if you add Valdez, if you add Suarez, then I think we're cooking. Then I genuinely think we're cooking, and I think you've gotten your top-end guys. I think you have a solid rotation. You obviously added a massive bat to the middle of the lineup with Pete Alonso, but you're still that one piece away. You know, you are still that one piece away in that starting rotation before I can sit there and say this offseason was a resounding success. This move does not move the needle for me. I think this moves the needle with another move. I think if you get another top guy, then this move just completes the rotation. But I still think they need a big-time arm that they can give the ball to every 5 days. Know he's going to go out there. Know he's going to get the job done. Know he's going to give you a 3 ERA, a 2.5 ERA, like you see with the Valdezes and the Suarezes. So if you can do that, I think this move completes the rotation very nicely. I think it's something that you can look at and go, okay, 26 years old, 4 years of control. There's this high risk, high reward. There is risk. There is that risk that he maybe has injury. Maybe he is this 4.5 ERA guy, 4.87 ERA guy that he was last year. But you're hoping he finds his stuff. You're hoping he puts it together just like Trevor Rogers did. He gets healthy. And then, let's be honest, if he goes out there and he has a 2.8 ERA, then it's, and obviously that's high expectation, but then we're looking at this differently. Yeah, I've seen this question a lot. We gave up a lot. When you give up Slater DeBrun, Kanan Bodine, Michael Ferret, Austin O'Verne, and a competitive balance round A pick, that's a lot. This was not a cheap deal. It's not at all. This was not okay, we're going to get Shane Baz for nothing and we're just going to take the risk. So we'll see. And I see someone saying, thought we were going for it. This is what I'm saying. You have to, and I think this move is going for it. They're taking a risk. But I need to see, for me to feel better about it, I need to see them make a big time move and have Baz be your 4. If Baz is your 4, then that's big time. And we have him for 4 years. So 4 years of team control. I'll put that up as well. So you have him through his 2026 years, 27, 28, and 20, or you have him, he's turning 27, and then he'll be 30 when he's a free agent. Also, real fast, just wanted to edit Appreciate you. 17 months. Yeah, the Chris Archer trade just keeps expanding. Rays are getting a lot out of the Chris Archer trade. And then Wally, appreciate you for becoming a member. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken channel and Kevin and Zach React, we are simulcasting just because with Ryan being away, still wanted to give people an opportunity to come to the channel and react to this craziness. We'll probably go for another, 10 minutes or so, but then we will be right back here live at 5. We're going to break it down a little bit more, probably go over what the media is talking about. I'm sure they'll talk about it on MLB Network, Foul Territory, all of that. So we'll find out what everyone is saying about the move, but this is definitely a move that I think needs another move to make it look good. I mean, hey, I hope I'm wrong about Shane and that he comes out and he returns to that 2021, that 2024 ERA, and he can go out there and dominate. And we look back and we're like, holy crap, what a fleece job by Elias. But at the moment, I think he slots into your number 4. I think he slots in as your number 4. I think he is right now, in my opinion, you have Bradish as your 1, Rogers as your 2. I think there's a hole at number 3. I think you now have your 4, Shane Baz, and you have your 5 with Dean Kramer. But I would love to get a Valdez or a Suarez to fill in there. Yeah, Michael Ferret was a guy that, I called a few games of his at Aberdeen, and guy's got good stuff. Big strikeout pitcher. He's just very, very fun to watch. Not happy about that. And no, they did need a 4, and that's the thing. That's why I'm saying I would have felt more comfortable if this trade happened after you signed the 1. Then I think we are looking at this completely different. Because, yeah, I agree with this. I think Baz is better. He's much better than Tomo. So I agree. They needed a 4. This fills a need. I know the price tag on it because of what you had to give up. That stings a little bit, but you got to give up talent to get talent. This fills a need. This slides Baz into your number 4 spot. But my worry is when you get the 4 spot filled, but you're still looking up at that, we'll call it top 1 or 2 spot open. If this had been done after you already acquired a top guy, I think we look at this very differently. I think we look at it much, much differently. But it's because you got the 4 guy filled out first that now, let's be honest, as Oriole fans, as people who have followed this team, we are prone to being let down. So you look at it and you go, okay, is this the pitching? Is this their big pitching move? You hope it's not. You hope it's not their pitching move. But it's happened before where last year you signed Charlie Morton. I kept saying, I was like, this isn't their last move. Ryan even said in this video, it's like, it's not their last move. I don't think it is. I don't, in my heart, I don't think it is at all. But there's that thing in the back of your head where you're like, okay, if this is the last move, that's not great. You want to fill out that top of the rotation, go get another Bulldog that you can hand the ball to 5 times every 5 days and know you're going to most likely get a win. Shout out to Andy Koska. Shane Baz, 2025 at Steinbrenner Field, which is the spring training facility. 5.9 ERA in 82 1/3 innings, and on the road, a 3.86 ERA in 84. So, yeah, definitely I don't think pitching in the heart of summer in Tampa, Florida, in a minor league field, I don't think that helped. So, yeah, these numbers show you that there is way more than just what the numbers are showing you. You know, the official, Shane Baz had a 4.87 ERA last year was a little inflated because he was playing in a minor league ballpark. That's not ideal for pitchers. So if you get Shane Baz and he gives you a 3.86 ERA over 84 innings, over an entire season, like he did in 84 innings on the road last year, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. It's all going to be up to, though, you know, how the Orioles finish out this offseason. I still think they need to get one more relief pitcher. I think you need to get one more top-end starting pitcher, a Framber Valdez, a Ranger Suarez, maybe a Zach Gallen. Maybe you get trade. I mean, if you were giving this up for Shane Baz, Freddie Peralta is going to cost a lot. Mackenzie Gore is going to cost a lot. Maybe you still make those moves. Maybe you don't. Maybe we've seen now more rumors connecting them to Jojo Romero, the setup guy with the St. Louis Cardinals. If you get him in a trade and then you sign a starting free agent pitcher that's maybe more top end, I'm sure I'm not missing anything. I mean, the Orioles are trying to win on the major league roster. We've been asking them to stop prospect hugging. They definitely are. They definitely are done with that. They're giving up a lot for Shane Baz, but they are hoping that he returns to form, what he was a few years ago, what he was on the road this season. Because if he gives you a 3.5 ERA as your number 4 pitcher, that's really good. And you got him for 4 years, including this season. I see the upside. Does it sting a little bit because I was really high on DeBrun, Bodine, Ferret? I mean, O'Verne was just really fast and fun to watch. But it'll be interesting to see how their careers play out. Obviously, Bodine, catching position with Basayo and Rutschman, there's not a need there anytime soon. So he was kind of more just like a luxury pick. And yeah, BT Ram, this is the way to look at it. The major league roster got better today. And that's something I think you can be excited about. The major league roster got better. The starting rotation got better. He slips into your 4 spot, I think. But I do not think this is going to be the last move. I don't think that this is going to be the best pitcher that they acquire this offseason. But I do think that when it's all said and done, this is a piece to the puzzle that will help the 2026 Orioles hopefully compete for an AL East title and beyond. So that's kind of the bottom line. Do I like the trade as the guy? No, but I don't think he's going to be the guy. I think he is a part of the puzzle that they are putting together this offseason. And with that hopefully being the case, with them getting more talent as we speak, you know, maybe it's adding Jojo Romero and another starting pitcher. Maybe it's they sign a reliever and they trade for a starter or sign both. We'll see what happens. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We got about 377 people watching over on the Ryan Ripken Show channel. We will be live, or I will be, once again, we will be live at 5 to continue coverage of all of this. This trade, we're going to break down what maybe some of the media is talking about with it, what some maybe former players and such are discussing about the trade. We'll go through more rumors, maybe break down a few more things, but we will be live at 5 today. So join us back here on the Ryan Ripken Show channel. And if you are new to the channel, over on Kevin and Zach React, we go live after every single Orioles game, after every single breaking news that happens for them. So appreciate everyone tuning in. That is going to do it for this quick trade reaction. We will be live at 5 right back here on the Ryan Ripken Show channel. So appreciate all of you. Real fast, do I think Wells? Yeah, I think Wells is going to be in the bullpen, but he could also be a guy that, like I said, Dodgers used 17 starting pitchers last year. You're going to need more than 5. I think he's a spot starter, but also majority of the time he'll be in that long relief role in the bullpen, a guy who can get you 3 innings when needed. But we're going to keep this conversation rolling at 5 o'clock right back here on the Ryan Ripken Show channel. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in just a few hours.